Hey guys, this is Mo for PhoneFight, and right now I'm doing part 2 of my review of the phone fight between the HTC G2 and the HTC MyTouch 4G. In this part I'm going to go over the web browser, both browsers, what they can do and what they can't do. I'm also going to go into the messaging app, show you the different applications that are, show you the different ways that you could text message, the different keyboards, and also I'm going to go into the phone app, and I'm going to let you know which phone was giving me a hard time with reception and I was having a few reception issues with, and I'm going to let you know how the other one was with call quality and clarity. Let's get started. Let's go into the internet browser here. Both of these, they're both your Android 2.2 browsers. They both have Flash Player 10.1. However, the MyTouch does have a HTC Sense overlay, and I'll show you the few little differences right now. First of all, we're both running on Wi-Fi. We're both. I just didn't want it to be iffy when it came to the network speeds. So I have typed in already. Let's see. I have typed in already the websites here, tmobile.com, and I'm gonna let them both go. Looks like the G2 is starting to load. The G2 loaded it up into a full screen mode, whereas the MyTouch loaded up, and the G2 looked like it was done. The MyTouch loaded it up in like a column view. The G2 is done already. MyTouch is still loading, and now the MyTouch is done. So the G2 was done a little bit faster. They both have the pinch to zoom. Both you could double tap to zoom into a column. Just like that. Double tap to zoom. Okay, now for the G2, to get into a new window, all you have to do is hit the menu button and click on Windows right here. It shows you which windows are already open, and if you want a new window, you hit New Window. As for the MyTouch 4G, you can do it two ways. Pinch out, hit the menu button, and you could go same thing to Windows, and you see how it zooms out and there's a little plus button. But I want to show you something really cool that I didn't really notice at first until I was actually playing with the browser. I kept zooming out, and when you zoom out, it takes you into that. So you can add another window here, and there you go. It takes you right to, let's go to google.com. And that's a pretty neat feature. How you could just zoom in to the one you want and just zoom out to your windows. Has a nice little animation, whereas the G2, once again, you want to go to Windows, you hit the Windows button, and it shows it to you in a list view. You don't get a preview of the website. The MyTouch does give you a little preview. Let's go to a different website now. Let's go to, let's see here, just to give an example. I usually like to go to ESPN.com. Go. ESPN.com. And that's another thing I wanted to show you, is that the MyTouch 4G does have a .com shortcut button when you're typing. The G2 does not. The G2, when you're typing, you have to actually type .com. There's no shortcut button or anything, which is kind of weird because I know on Android 2.1 stock there was a shortcut button. It seems on Android 2.2 they got rid of that. And this is something I went over in the review of the into the review of the MyTouch 4G, is you have the ability to copy text. You hold something down. Well, right now that's a link. Go into whatever you like, and now you have the ability to copy text. You see this little window pops up, this magnifying glass, and you just let go. You could either copy it and paste it onto a note or a message or however you like, and you could also do the quick lookup. Lets you look it up for Wikipedia, Google search, YouTube search, Google Translate, and also Google Dictionary. That's a neat feature. I'm a little bit disappointed the G2 does not have anything like this. So let's go to this link right here. There's no copy. However, if you do want to copy, you have to go to More and select Text. And then it gives you the ability to copy. And then text copy the clipboard. It's a little bit more of a hassle to do copy text. It is there for you. It's just a lot easier. It's on the fly with MyTouch 4G. Let's go into the messaging apps on both of these phones. Okay, as you can see here, I do have an indicator light lighting up on the MyTouch 4G. When you get a new message, this indicator light lights up for you. Well, right now I believe I just clicked on this, so the light went away. It does give you a little indicator light right up here in the top. The G2's indicator is right here on the bottom. This glows to let you know that you got a new notification. It's a little bit slower and it's a little bit harder to catch. So the MyTouch definitely beats that. It does have a indicator light right over here, but that's just for the battery. It lets you know if your battery is low, or if it's charging, or if it's fully charged. Let's go to new message. Type to compose. This is the on-screen keyboard. It's a stock Android keyboard. This is a test of the on-screen keyboard. This is W test, so it looks like I typed it a little bit wrong. I'm actually pretty good with the Android keyboard. Let's go to swipe, input method, swipe. This is a test of the swipe keyboard. Alright, so it's pretty accurate. And then of course with the G2 we have the physical keyboard, which is obviously something the MyTouch 4G doesn't have. This is a test of the physical keyboard. So there you go. If you're really into physical keyboards, if you're you know, one of those people that cannot get away from it, if you email a lot, if you text a lot, this is definitely going to be a big plus for you. The keyboard is real easy to use. The letters are raised up off the surface. You don't feel like it's flush or anything where it's hard to type. It's actually very usable. Let's go to here, compose message, and for here we have the HTC Sense keyboard. This is a test of the HTC keyboard. Both of these phones do have the ability to save new words. If you type in a word wrong, all you have to do is tap the word. So let's go here, let's type in goofy goober. Alright, it's trying to change the word, but I want goober, and then right there on the bottom it said goober saved, so it saves it right away without you having to enter it into the dictionary. That's really cool. Both of these phones do that, so it's not a MyTouch thing, it's a Android 2.2 feature. Let's click on here. We also have another keyboard, input method, and we go to swipe. Swipe is available here. I usually don't like to go into each keyboard, we all know what they're about, but let me do it anyways since this is a phone fight. This is, yeah, I'm already messing up. This is a test of the swipe keyboard. So very accurate. This is the new thing. It's real easy. It's real quick. All right. Now, the last keyboard that we do have available is the Dragon Dictation. This I found is the best for speak to type. This is a test of the Dragon Dictation keyboard. There you go. I haven't had a problem with it yet, so it's very accurate. Okay, definitely the edge is going to have to go to the G2. You just got more options when it comes to the keyboard. Obviously a physical keyboard is always a big plus, especially with the thin design. You can't really tell that it's there. There's always the hinge problem that people talk about, but honestly, how often are you going to hold your phone like this anyways? So the G2 is definitely going to get the edge, but the MyTouch 4G's keyboard is definitely right on par with among the best virtual keyboards that you can get. And then lastly, let's go into the phone app here. By the way, in case I didn't mention it before, both phones are set on the highest brightness, and the MyTouch 4G is a little bit brighter, I noticed, and because of the width of the screen, stuff shows up a little bit clearer to me. Here we have contacts, all your contacts lined up, your faves, you pick people that you want shortcut keys to, your phone button, and a feature that I really like about this, you could search by just typing with the phone buttons, and also when you turn the phone upside down, it automatically goes into speaker mode. It's enabled in the settings where it goes into speakerphone, and let's say your phone is ringing, you can, when you pick up the phone, the ringer quiets down. So that's a HTC Sense feature that I've seen before, and it's really nice to have on a phone, especially a newer phone like this. Also has a feature where it uses the proximity sensor, and it knows if it's in your pocket, it will ring louder so you can hear it. Your call log right here, and your voicemail on the end. G2, we have the dialer, real plain, call log, contacts, and favorites right over here. Favorites I don't have set up, but it does show the most frequent calls. Both phones have excellent call volume. Both phones have excellent call clarity. Both speaker phones are really loud, so I've never had a problem with those. However, the one phone that I have been having reception issues with, and I'm not sure if it's just my unit, I'm not sure if it's just a coincidence, I have been having problems with the MyTouch 4G. It seems like ever since I got it, people have been sounding real staticky on the other end. They can't hear me, I can't hear them. I'm not sure if it's a coincidence and maybe it's their phone. I'm showing full bars when this is happening, so it's really hard to tell whether it's me or whether it's them. Okay, and also now it's time to name who the winner is of this phone fight. When it comes down to just more things that you can do, if you're looking for a real fun phone, I'm going to definitely have to go with the MyTouch 4G. It has the front-facing camera, it does everything the G2 can do and a little bit more. Just when it comes to the HTC Sense, they integrate a lot of things into the phone. They have a lot of little nice features when it comes to the music player, comes to the photo gallery, when it even comes to the messaging app. It gives you a little notification right here on the app without having to look up at the status bar. However, I do not want this to sound like the G2 is a bad phone. Both of these phones are excellent. There's no such thing as the best phone on the market. The best phone on the market, in my opinion, is the phone that makes you happy. Both of these phones are powerful phones. They both run on the 4G network. To me, you can't go wrong with either phone that you pick. If you're into a physical keyboard, go for the G2. It's a more professional look. It's more of a business type phone. If you want a fun phone, go for the MyTouch 4G with the front-facing camera. It all comes down to personal preference. Only you can decide which phone is the best for you. This is Mo for PhoneFight. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe and please leave your comments below. Any questions you have for me, let me know. I usually answer pretty quick. And just stay tuned for our next videos. Thanks a lot.